prices. Okay. In order for this to work, there are some things that you need to make sure that you have. You want a Google merchant feed. You want a Google Places account, a Plus account for business, a business Facebook, Twitter, a blog, a Pinterest account, a YouTube account, and a newsletter, as well as a Bing merchant feed. For things that you don't have, we will need to implement those, and the cost for each of those are listed here. Miscellaneous expenses. During the program, you'll be expected to spend 5 to 10% of your sales on advertising. And a reminder, you're responsible for writing and web design work. Again, if you don't have one of those on staff, we'll help you. So here's an example. Pretend you have everything except for a merchant feed and a Pinterest account. One thing too, every one of those we have tested. Every one of those have made money. In other words, you get a return on your best investment for each of these. It varies by the type of business. Some work better than others, but that's one of the focuses of our program, is to find out what will work for you. So you don't have a merchant feed or Pinterest, so the feed would be $500, Pinterest $250. The first month is $2,900. Add all that up, you get $3,650. We would send you a note that would say, here is your bill for the first month, and here is a link to start your subscription payments. The first payment would be $1,400. You would go to PayPal. You would start the feed process. Once we got a note that you'd done that, we would invoice you for $2,250. We would send you the contract. Contract is simple. It just says, we promise not to disclose anything about your business. We promise not to work with a business in your category for a year after we conclude business with you. We also list the things that we'll be doing for your site and the fact that some of it changes from day to day. We promise to do everything ethically, but we also tell you that there's no guarantees, because there is not. You also agree to pay us in the manner that we've outlined, and if you want to stop the program, you give us 30 days notice, and the program is stopped. So you get the contract, you make a check, you send it back to us, and then we begin the monthly payment. We also charge 10% of improvements. So let's say you made $10,000 this month, and you made $5,000 in May of 2011. And we spent $1,000 on advertising. So you take how much you make this month, subtract from a year ago, which would be $5,000, and then subtract the advertising costs, which would be $1,000. So you made $4,000 extra. We make 10% of that, so that would be $400. Monthly, we bill you the commission. The form is pretty easy to get started. Just click on fill out this form. You just need your name, your email address. This should be your primary email address, your telephone number. This is where I can call you if I have a problem. Later on down the road, we'll of course be working with your employees or whatever, but that number is the number I can call you and reach you during business hours. Your website address, we just have it twice because just to make sure. The main reason you're wanting our help. What's your goal in hiring us? So what things are you currently using? Check all these that you're currently using. If you're not, leave them blank. For each of these, in this box, you want to put URLs for each item. So if you have a Google Plus account, put the URL for that. Facebook, put the URL for that, etc. There are a couple things you want to make sure you have. Make sure you have a webmaster and a writer. And down here, I want you to tell us a little bit about your business. How long you've been in business, how you started, what has worked, what hasn't worked, what do you want us to do. And thanks much for your time. We look forward to working with you.